Oh, it's a beautiful morning. A little chilly, but wow, sunny and so nice. Getting my 10,000 steps in too. Hey, how you doing?
Jeff, what in the world are you doing out here?
Just getting a morning walk. I'm trying to get some more exercise.
There you go.
So,
you must be a great walker because we're like a ways from home.
yeah, I'm about an hour and a half out of Fargo, but I got up pretty early just to get about those 10,000 steps in or so. But yeah, I was just walking down this road randomly and I saw your sign there.
Yeah, no, we're building a new home back here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to bother you. I was just randomly walking. I ran. It's weird I just ran into you, but I'll leave you alone.
Since you're here, do you want to join us on today's episode where we're taking you beyond the blueprint?
So Anthony, thanks for inviting me again on another tour.
Yeah, I mean, you were, I guess, in the area, right?
I was.
Got to make it work. So, yeah, we're standing in front of this beautiful home here.
Yeah, tell me about the style? It looks cool.
Yeah, this is kind of a modern approach to a home. You can see there with those two mono-pitch roofs coming together, a lot of fun window placement. It's going to allow a lot of natural light to flow in the main living areas of the home.
And the windows look pretty cool. You got them all up here and down there.
Yes, we have these nice black Pella windows. This is going to be a stone feature here to kind of help anchor the home.
That's nice. And then the lighting here looks like you got some electrical here and all the way up there and over there as well.
Yeah, we've really taken to lighting our soffits at nighttime. It allows your home to have this really nice glow. So of course you can add Christmas lights, those types of things down the road, but having a home that has that glow, it's really inviting as you drive in the driveway. And we have that followed through to the lakeside as well.
Let's go take a look inside.
Let's do it.
This looks like a nice garage, a lot of space.
There is a ton of space in this garage. It's a nice 3-stall. We have one of the double overhead doors and then a single overhead door there. It's kind of nice to do different combinations of those doors that provide different flexibility advantages. We have the windows in here bringing in a lot of natural light, so it's not going to feel like a garage space. You know, some people use their garage as almost an extension of the home.
Yes.
And that's something we want to kind of prep, so down the road if they want to do epoxy floor or anything like that, this can really kind of be a flex space for them to use on this property.
Yeah, it's funny because like garages used to be just a garage, but now it's totally different.
It's so much more than that. And what's nice too is this garage is conveniently located right next to the mudroom. And you notice I'm going to make a smooth transition here between the concrete and the elevation of the home. Even though this is a walkout basement, that transition allows us to have a really accessible and friendly home that way.
Yeah, tell me about this space then.
Yeah, so this is kind of I'm going to call this the mudroom. So you can see we have some mechanicals in place here. We have a washer and dryer, room for an extra refrigerator, a a sink that'll be used kind of as a shop sink, really closely located off of the garage space here. And then we have a nice closet here to use for jackets, coats, anything like that. And they've also added a window in this space, kind of a fun customization there that's going to allow them to have natural light if they want to use that as like a dog kennel storage area or something like that. So
yeah, that's what I was wondering too. A window right there just seemed a little odd, but it makes sense when you explain it like that.
Absolutely. The pups need natural light, right?
They do. Let's keep going.
So as we come into here, we have a nice closet. This again can be used for jackets, anything like that. And then this really transitions to the main open areas in heart of the home. So this is the front door here. Really nice door. This is actually 42 inches wide. So your standard door is 36 inches wide.
Yeah.
So we've done something extra wide. That way, you know, it's easier to get in and out of the home. And let's face it, it's going to be really cool visually to see that. It's something that's custom different than what most homes have.
Well, I really like what I'm seeing so far. Let's keep going.
So as you come in the house, we have this lower ceiling here, which is nice because one, it's providing a lofted space above to be used as a flex space. Yeah. And two, as you continue forward, it really opens up to this grand vault. You have the windows coming in from the front. You have the windows from the side here. A lot of nice space in this home.
I just love the vaulted ceilings. That's one, you know, I see homes like Lake Homes sometimes. You walk in, that space you see that provides that vaulted ceiling. I just love those things, and this has it.
Absolutely. We have this gas fireplace here, which is going to be really nice and cozy to snuggle up on a cold winter day. Again, a ton of natural light coming in this wall. This is what we call a tall wall, so this has all been designed and engineered with LSLs to make sure it's structurally going to last the test of time.
This is just crazy. Look at this window.
Jeff, what are you doing over there?
Oh, hey, I know you were walking around, but this window, tell me about this, because I feel like you're under like a ship or something, like a submarine, or I don't know.
It's kind of like a porthole window. And what's nice about this is, you know, in architecture, there's a lot of straight lines, but this really helps to soften things up here and give you that feel that you're on a ship, and it's that natural organic curves there.
Yep.
And this is where the kitchen sink is going to be. So imagine you're washing your dishes, looking out at that beautiful lake view, the forest. It's going to be something really special.
And it's a custom request?
This is a custom request. So we kind of have this plan as a launch point, and this is something that they wanted to do to kind of put their own personal spin on things. And I think it fits perfectly in this home. It is something that's going to be a statement piece and definitely talked about. And what's really nice about this kitchen is you have a ton of functional L shape with an island approximately where I'm standing. There's a walk-in pantry behind us, and then kind of a separate bar space over here, so you can keep some of that main flow traffic out of the kitchen with a beverage center and so on.
Yep.
But you mentioned this loft, so I think we should talk about this loft. This is something where we built this home with and without this loft in the past. What I really love about this loft is the space that it provides. It's this additional flexible space. It's meant to be open, it's meant to feel a part of the living areas, but still provide a ton of flexibility in what it can be used for.
Like you said, it could be an office, it could be like a little area you just hang out, maybe put up like another TV up there, and just a separate place to hang out where you don't feel like you're maybe just away from people, just your private space, but you can come right back into the party. So Anthony, take a guess here, this looks like a bathroom?
It is. It's nicely recessed off the living space here, so you don't have a ton of doors along your living room wall. And what's nice about this is it's a dedicated powder room, so it's only going to be used by guests of the home. They don't have to interfere in someone's primary bathroom where they might have a toothbrush out on the counter or anything like that.
Yep.
And then there's also this nice storage closet right here, so if there's blankets from the living room, board games, anything like that, it can be in this space. So when we design a home, we're really thinking through the functionality of how people are going to use it, whether it's a vacation home for them, whether it's their primary house, having those sort of spaces that work really well for people that ultimately live in the home and then the guests of the home as well.
Yeah, I'm loving this floor plan, just overall. Just keep telling me about it.
This is the master suite here. So again, a lot of people want that on the main level of the home.
Okay.
It's very nice for, you know, aging in place, those types of things. You walk in here, we have these nice windows. I imagine a headboard staring right here. You can see we have outlets already roughed in for a TV in this space. We have a deck that expands upon the entire lakeside of this home. So we have this nice Pella triple slider. You notice these doors and windows are all a little bit higher than your standard.
Yes.
So that allows natural light and gives it that elevated high-end feel. Something kind of fun in this bedroom space that we haven't done before is we kind of have a desk alcove space here with natural light coming in. And then we have a nice walk-in closet as well. So that's the beautiful thing about working with Lighthouse Construction as a design build firm, is we can really listen to our clients and make sure that we design something that's going to be very functional for them.
Yeah, and one of the things I like, I brought it the vaulted ceiling, like that nice space up there, but the light. You come into these homes and it's just like the windows and all the light. That just gives you that good feeling.
It does. I mean, obviously there's no power turned on in this home right now, and it still feels like, you know, we're walking through something that's really nicely lit up.
Well, let's keep looking.
So over here, we have the private master suite that has a pocket door.
Yep,
so you're not having to deal with a swing. There's a lot of nice use cases for a pocket door. Typically, we'll try to do them in areas that are between private spaces. So we know that if you're already in the bedroom at this point, you know, this door doesn't really need to have a tight lock on it. So we feel confident that the pocket door is going to function really well here. And then within this space here, we have a private stool room. This wall's not framed out yet. We're waiting on a pocket door jamb, but it's nice to separate that from the rest of the bathroom. A double vanity where you're standing. And then again, Jeff, just take a look at this window.
Yes.
This is gonna be where there's a freestanding soaking tub, and you can just imagine here, not only a view of the lake, but also kind of a charming, enchanting view of the lake out that window. And then from the lakeside, it feels very cohesive with that window going on in the kitchen. And then take a look right here. You notice I'm stepping down into the shower space?
Yeah.
So even though we have a web truss floor system, we're able to drop this. And what that's gonna let us do is when the tile guy comes to build up this mud bed, we're gonna have a true curbless entry into the shower. So a lot of times showers have that, you know, 2.5 inch, 3 inch curve. This is gonna be very, you know, if there's ever a wheelchair or walker down the road, it's very accessibly friendly. And then of course we have our niches and such framed in here for shampoo storage and those types of items.
All right, just so many little things you guys are thinking about here, from the windows to the floor there in the shower to that. I mean, I'm loving this place. Let's keep going. So Anthony, I guessed right in the last room where I said it was a bathroom. This looks like a bedroom.
You're absolutely right. This is a bedroom, and this is the second private suite on the main level. Again, it doesn't have to be as large as your primary bedroom. This is primarily for guests of the home, but it does have a closet, a nice area for a bed. You can see we got our TV outlet roughed in on the wall. TV is 66 inches.
66-inch TV, nice.
And then you walk into this spot and you have your bathroom. So you have your vanity, toilet, and shower. That's all recessed.
This looks like the same design then over there?
It is, and the reason that this client decided to do that in this bedroom as well is, you know, you never know for future accessibility for family members and so on. So right from that garage into the house, really no thresholds to have to go over. So something that's really a practical approach. And let's face it, when you have that tile floor that goes straight into the shower, it just creates a high-end feel as well.
Yep, yep. Now I'm looking down there. I gotta go check that out.
Let's go take a look at the basement.
Wow, look at all this natural light. Anthony, this does not even feel like a basement.
You know, that was the whole plan down here. We have windows on 3 sides, allowing a ton of natural light to come in. And again, when you have a lot like this and a walkout basement makes sense, why make it feel like a basement? It's all about that extra living space.
Yeah, it's really cool. I could just imagine when it's all done, it's gonna be a lot of good memories down here. Now, what is over here? There's gotta be something custom over there, right?
So you come in here, you have a nice little bar space, right?
Yeah.
Beverage center, all of that. You come in here, TV on the wall, fun living room setup, and then I think this is what you're talking about here.
Yeah, what is that?
This is gonna be a built-in custom bunk. So twin size beds in here. You can see we already have the recessed niches for your phone, flashlight, anything like that you want at night. And then we have some space for a little staircase coming up into that bunk space. So again, this is meant for multi-generational family to use as their lake place. So definitely having all those fun little features is gonna make this really practical down here. And then in the corner of this space, we have a powder room. Again, so no one's having to go in anyone's bedroom to use the bathroom, accessible upstairs and down. Really nice feature there. And then we opened this up. This is gonna be kind of a little flexible, you know, yoga studio type space that can be in here.
Oh, cool.
And then what do you think's behind you, Jeff?
You know, I've been doing really well in guessing. Let's say a laundry room?
You know, it's close. There actually will be a laundry space in this stackable washer and dryer, and this is the utility room. So you can see we have floor heat lines coming up here. We have where our furnace has all been centrally roughened and located for.
Cool.
And this is kind of the brain / heart of the home here, making sure all those systems function.
Yep, you gotta have that with these homes, right?
You absolutely do.
Wow, I'm in the basement, like I said, the light, just the overall spacing, and then the custom things down here. This is gonna be a great place to just hang out and just have some good memories.
Let's check out some bedrooms.
Okay, let's go. Okay, more windows, which I like, the light. And so tell me a little about this bedroom.
So this bedroom is a private suite as well. So you look in this alcove here, we have a nice shower, vanity, toilet. I'm imagining a headboard potentially on this wall, but it's a relatively deep bedroom, so you could actually get a bunk in this space as well. So potentially sleeping 4 people in this room.
Nice, so you can get a lot of beds.
Absolutely.
Cool, and then over there, it sort of looks like the same layout?
It is, it's just an identical mirrored layout. So we have another private suite over there. So that would be the 4th private suite in this home, closet, space for a bedroom and a bunk. And you see behind me this white stuff here, Jeff. Do you know what this is?
Insulation.
It is. It's part of the ICF concrete form, and that's going to make this basement not only, you know, the windows make it look like it's a main level, but this is what allows it to feel like it's a main level. It's really well insulated, and it's going to be a high performance.
Yeah, winters here do get cold, so that's important.
It is.
Anthony, I'm a little bit shocked by how many wires there are. Tell me about this.
So we have all of our wires here coming, and they're actually gonna, they're just waiting to get pulled and looped up to the electrical panel on the main level here. But again, you're starting to see the advantage of these web trusses, allowing a ton of space for lighting, mechanicals, electrical, plumbing, all of those things that are gonna run there. But it's just a stage in the process of getting it all connected to the breaker box.
And that's why I love coming to these projects, is just seeing this kind of stuff, the behind the scenes things. It's just really neat.
There's a lot that goes into a home, more than just the design. There's a lot of systems in place that make it function and be a high-performing home.
Okay, can I state the obvious? Can you explain what this is?
This is another bedroom. So again, nice lake views here. We have a kind of alcove here that's going to be used for a bunk in this bedroom space, a closet, and then we also have a private suite here with a shower, stool, and vanity.
And how about this?
This is actually just a duct line that has not been completed or roughed in, but what's nice here is it's insulated, so it will help to keep the heat within it, and then it's a flexible duct. Well, this is lake living right here, so we want to take full advantage of our indoor-outdoor living. So we have 2 sliding patio doors that come to this lower level. This is all going to be a poured concrete patio space here. You can see we've already started framing the deck from above, and that's going to have a covered porch up there. But this ledger board is going to carry across the entirety of the lakeside of this home, and this is all going to be a deck. So when you're upstairs, you're going to have that beautiful deck. When you're down here, you're going to have this patio.
What's this? That's what I saw right away.
Yes, these are sonotubes that I put in place. We're going to have a custom covered screen porch in here.
Ooh.
So if you're actually standing right about in here, I'm going to be in a nice mosquito-free space. I'm going to have a rainproof system from the deck above, and this is going to be essentially a kind of a two-season porch in this space that's going to have, you know, a lot of views looking outward. And then if I come over here, now I'm out more in the open covered deck space.
So you got custom windows, you got custom bunk beds, you got a custom screen porch. I mean, this home is awesome.
It's all about the customizations. You know, a lot of people kind of want that when they're designing a custom home and making it their own, and that's what we're here to do.
Now, one last thing we really haven't looked at is that deck. Let's go up there.
Let's take a look.
So Anthony, I could just envision myself out here, just ultimate relax mode. This is awesome.
It is. It's right off the main level. It's covered, it's protected, but it's open and it's expansive. It kind of checks all the boxes.
Yeah, so tell me a little about the details of the planning that went with this.
You know, really it was all about, one, capturing a home that fits the lot, and then two, thinking through that multi-generational lake living where you have a lot of people in a space and making it functional for different ages, different living areas. You know, you have that loft, you have the main level living, the lower level living, you have the private suites. It's very functional, it's very private, but yet creates those gathering spaces, and that's what we set out to achieve, and I think it's going to work for many generations of the family to come.
Well, I can tell you one thing, we achieved a lot today just by looking at this home, and thanks again for inviting me.
Absolutely, and thanks for joining us on today's episode where we took you beyond the blueprint.